that is, last night we had a networking event that I went to with a buddy of mine, Kendisi Mohammed. That dude is amazing. He hooked me up with some of the most amazing individuals last night. It was incredible. But one of the things that I was explaining to them is that people don't necessarily buy because they want it. They buy because they like the person that's selling it to them, because they like the interaction. And if it's authentic. Me, there's no acting, there's no faking, you're not forcing it. You could be having a bad day and you can still sell it to them because that's
Absolutely.
just who you are. So when did you realize that being who you are could actually make you who you are? I mean,
I,
like, you're doing well.
I had to go through it, like you said, right? I went through so many different iterations. So I started that job, and after that, I was a employee for Cannes, right? I was one of the first employees for the Cannes Marketing Festival and Creativity, right? They're the biggest event in the world for marketing and advertising. I helped open up their New York office. Did that. After seeing that, was a VP of an agency, right? Multi-million dollar agency. Had an office looking at the Empire State Building. But I'm doing this. I'm doing the cold outreach because I'm back from the loan days. All I know is pick up and down, smile, and I'm gonna get your. That's all I know. And then as I get older, as I start to mature, I start thinking like, damn, I'm having two good quarters, one bad quarter, two good quarters, one bad quarter, and I'm not creating predictable revenue. What can I do to change that? So I'm at an agency. I get to an agency. I basically speak to a CEO that was working for iPull Rank. Shout out to Michael King. And I'm like, yo, bro, how are you generating revenue working with these big Fortune 500 brands? But no, I've never heard of us. How they heard of us? He was like, yo, I do webinars, I do podcasts, I do TED Talks, I do content. Once he said that, the light bulb went off. Boom. It ain't these thousand cold emails and cold calls you want me to make. It's you actually building and developing a relationship where they want to come to you. And I just told him point blank, I said, give me 90 days. I want to do that. I'm not going to send out these emails. I'm not going to send out these cold calls. I'm going to create content on LinkedIn, being myself, and they're going to come to us. Because what I figured out is once they like me as a person, they're going to do the research, right? I didn't want to sell. I wanted to solve. And if you come to me and you already like me, I don't have to do 4 or 5 discovery calls to try to figure out your issue. You're going to come on the call and say, Jarrett, oh my God, I see your content all the time. I love it, man. Your personality. Yo, I'm so glad we're on the phone call. Like, whoa, boom. So this is what's up, Jarrett. I got this problem, this problem, this problem, and this problem. What can I do? Versus me trying to have 4 or 5 calls to get that out of you. And
Exactly.
so when that happened, I realized my sales close ratio went up 60 to 70%.
Mm.
Once you come to me, I got the sales leverage. I get to control if I want to work with you now.
Mm-hmm.
Versus me reaching out to you and you have the leverage. You get to say no, and I got to figure out what the problem is within your organization and how can I help you look better as a person in that organization. Then it was game over. I used to have CEOs hit me up, CMOs. I can't tell you how many times I had a CMO hit me up, never liked none of my posts. Hit me up and be like, Jarrett, oh, I love your stuff. Been following you for years. She never likes anything, just been watching. She's like, yo, I got a $70,000, $80,000 budget. Can you get on the call? I can get on the call right now. Right
Right.
now. Set up the call with her team. And she just got on, and she was the SVP of marketing. Came on the phone call, had her team on the call. Guys, this is Jared, the one I was telling you guys about, the one I was telling you guys to follow. And he's the one that does the content. He does this, and he's great on SEO. He does this, da, da, da. And I closed the deal in one call. One call. Didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was sit there, smile, make a couple of jokes. When we got into the business, we was very, I was very tactical about how I answered that. I was very thoughtful in my approach. And they said, let's do it. But that was all because I was putting content out there to making myself as the expert, and I'm showing you who I am, right? Who you saw online is who you saw when you got me on a phone call in a Zoom, right? And the fact there was no transfer of that, the fact that I was still that, I was still willing to help, and I wasn't just trying to shove product down your throat or just trying to sell, sell, sell. You could smell commission breath when somebody's money hungry. You can smell it back. Damn, something off. Damn, you smell that money? Shit.
But you will be surprised though. And I mean, I would honestly believe, like, when a person does all of that investigation, the wallet is already open. They just waiting for you to say a number because they ready. Like, what are we doing? Is this a wire transfer? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is
That's it. You nailed it. That's it.
so
And
I
that's
mean that solves most of the issue.